Hi, I'm Rachel, I'm the Deputy Beauty Editor at More Magazine, and what I'm going to do today is show you how you should prep your nails before you apply any nail varnish. We found over the last few weeks that loads of celebs have been out wearing lots of dark colours, and we want to know how to get our nails in shape, how to make them look neater, smarter, and how to spruce up your cuticles. So let's get started and show you what to do. So step one, first of all, take off any jewellery, rings, bracelets, so that you don't get cream on them. If like me, you've probably got 2-day-old varnish on your nails, so quickly just wipe over with a nail varnish remover just to remove any grease and grime. And what this also will do is help your polish to settle on the nail better. Lots of manicurists always say that if you do have creams or oils on your nails, then your nail varnish is more likely to chip and also to wear off. So step two is all about hydrating the nail bed and putting moisture back into your nails. So it's down to preference. You can either use a cuticle oil or a cuticle cream. We like the Jessica oil just because it's got this little easy pipette, so it's really easy to use. But put a small blob on the base of your nail and then rub in, and then continue on your other 4 fingers. So step 3, it's time to soak your nails. So if you get a small bowl and fill it up with warm water, not too hot, you don't want to burn your fingertips, and then either use just a nice hand wash that you've got at home, not something that's got a really high pH level because it will dry your hands out, and just basically soak the nails just for a minute or 2. What this will do is soften the cuticles so that when it comes to pushing them back and trimming them, it's much easier and it won't take away too much. So the next step is step 4, and you need to clip and file your nails into the right shape. The past few seasons everyone's been talking about the scroval nail, which is when you keep the length slightly square but just gently curve the edges. So like everyone else, my nails are all different lengths, so what I'm going to do is just put a tissue on my lap just to catch any nail clippings and just gently clip a few of them down that are a bit longer than the others. Once you've clipped, it's time to file. So the easiest way to file is just very gently, not in a sawing motion, but just gently taper the edges, working inwards towards the nail. And what you'll find is, because you've already soaked the nail in our previous step, they'll be a little bit softer and it will be easier to get the length down. So the next step is step 5, and my favourite step, which is doing all your cuticle work. So quite often, especially in the winter, your nails get very dry, the cuticles get dry, and you also find that they tend to grow up the nail bed. So by pushing the cuticles back and making them neater and tidier, you actually make your nails look longer. So the first thing to do, as we said before, is to get an orange wood stick, and these are one of the most important things you can invest in if you're going to start doing manicures at home. So the part of the cuticle stick you use is the part that's slightly curved, but because when you push the cuticles back, this is wood and it's obviously a little bit hard, it's always best to just cover the end with some cotton wool. So if you get a cotton wool pad and you gently roll the end of your cuticle stick into the cotton wool pad, you'll be able to cover the tip and make it a little bit softer. So to start with, I just quickly, even though I've soaked my hands and washed them various times, just go under the edge with the other end of the cuticle stick just to get rid of any dirt and grime that tends to build up. It's time to quickly just apply a very small amount of your cuticle oil or cream again. This will just really help when you start to push your cuticles back. You can never use too much cuticle oil, that's our motto. So then rest your hand on a flat surface, Get your orange wood stick and just gently, in really tiny circular motions, start to push the cuticles back. You don't want to be too hard or do this too quickly because you'll hurt yourself. And it's time to get your hand cream out. It's always nice actually if you can get someone to do this for you. But just use sort of a 5p sized amount of cream and rub into your hands. Sometimes nice if you can extend up the arm as well. The last element of this step is just to wipe over the nail bed with a tiny bit of nail varnish remover. Some people like to soak the hands and the fingers, but after putting on all that hand cream you want to keep it on and keep the hands hydrated. So just gently wipe over the top with the nail varnish remover. And like we said at the beginning, this will get rid of all the oil and grease that you've been putting on the nails, because you'll find that your base coat and your actual nail varnish may bubble, won't last, or may even chip if there's lots of oils and things on the surface of your nail. Now with your base coat, try and keep the application really thin. You don't want to have too much on the nail because it just means they'll take longer to dry once you put your polish on. So if you want to find out what all the nail trends are for spring, buy next week's issue of More.